I think all of us have had experiences as consumers that TV remotes are not the most facile of tools. And as she indicated, phones are so ubiquitous now as tools for us to get information, but also to get entertainment. Talk to us about the position TAPP has taken relative to the first and second screen issue, and how you're overcoming some of those inherent equipment, hardware limitations.
So, yes, at the outset, it is extremely complex. But when we launched this company, it was with that market opportunity or that data set of problems that we had to solve when we launched. So the company was purpose-built for solving for single screen. And we picked the hardest transaction to do, which would be a sports bet, which is extremely compliant. And in order to complete a transaction, as Joe will tell you, it is forever changing laws in each of the 21 states where sports betting and online sports betting is built. So the company was built to address that, and I won't get into how we do it, but that's how it was built. All our focus, so one is the back end, which I won't bore you with, but all our focus has been about the customer journey and customer experiences. And again, that changes whether you are on a browser, whether you're on iOS, Android. So there is, of course, the 10-foot television experience, but there is also have a great focus on the cohort for mobile users. And then we go to the 10-foot experience. And for that, we are talking about smart devices. So we are talking about Roku, we are talking about Fire Stick, we are talking about Apple, and eventually, of course, even smart TVs. And for each one of them, the user experience has been very different. And what our focus has been on is to start small and create engagements for users that are fun and entertaining and getting them involved. Because if somebody does place a bet, that is the greatest form of engagement, because now you have a vested interest in the game, right? There is no greater way to engage them by saying you are now a participant in the game. So we ran this, and this public information, in June. We ran for 10 weeks on the Rugby Network, which is a streaming service, and they've got 200,000 customers on it. We actually ran free-to-play and real money gaming, and what we were able to show by hard data was that engagement went up by 2.3 times. That means people that are watching 10 minutes with free-to-play actually watched 23 minutes. And we've got other interesting facts that came out was if the rewards were given to them at the end of the game, there was less engagement than if we made the rewards more immediate. So if there were 3 questions and then you won, or if there was 1 question and then you won. And that actually created for them to stay on the screen longer. The point that I'm making with this is we will learn what creates those engagement. We are, as a company right now, very focused on building that back end and building front ends that will address this. What that conversion funnel and what that cohort will look like is going to be an ongoing exercise of what we do, and that will involve partnerships with sports books and eventually with other companies that want to monetize this space. That's it.
And you are not yourself, TAPP is not a sports book, so you hand it off or will hand it off in the future for folks who are looking for legal gambling in the states where it's permitted. You'll hand it off to the sports book?
We already are.
Yeah.
We already are. With 2 platforms, we already are handing those bets. That's why I said in 2 states the regulator approved it. When they looked at it, they looked at it end-to-end. That means from the click on the remote, and it's a very binary experience. We're not trying to get your birth rate and your parents' maiden name in the registration process on the screen. We are making it a very binary. You see it. It gives very clearly tells you what the reward is. You bet $5 to win $18. Whether the score is going to be odd, even at the end of the quarter, or whether who's going to score more points, who's going to score more 3-pointers. It's just easy stuff like that. And I can tell you, if you have more time later on some of the more fun bets that we're looking at. And when that bet is placed, it's completed in the sportsbook. TAPP is not a sportsbook, just like we don't expect to be the companies that will fill e-commerce orders either. We have the platform.